Hi, welcome to Double
Goose,
Strike Recap.
but it's
Today I'm gonna review a 1986 American action film, Top Gun. Spoilers ahead.
greetings.
The aircraft carrier USS Enterprise, CVN-65, is on patrol near the Persian Gulf when radar contact is made with a MiG fighter. The combat air patrol of the Enterprise is vectored to meet the incoming aircraft, and the fighters involved are F-14 Tomcat interceptors, each manned by a pilot and a radar intercept officer, RIO. The pilot of the lead plane is Flight Lieutenant Peter Mitchell aka Maverick, a callsign appropriate for his arrogant rule-bending attitude. His RIO is LT. Nicholas Bradshaw aka Goose. The second F-14 is piloted by Bill Cortell aka Cougar with Sam Wells aka Merlin as the RIO. The two F-14s split up and are surprised when a second MiG, shielded from radar by riding within feet of its leader, appears. Cougar is outmaneuvered by MiG-1 while Maverick locks his missile radar on MiG-2, who promptly disengages. MiG-1 stays on Cougar and is only chased off when Maverick flies upside down, closes up on the MiG, and flashes an obscene gesture to the enemy pilot. The MiG disengages and the two Tomcats fly to the Enterprise, but Cougar is so rattled he cannot land, forcing Maverick, low on fuel and against orders, to abort his own landing and talk Cougar to the deck. Cougar sees the captain of the Enterprise, Tom Jordan aka Stinger fan turns in his wings. The incident has left Cougar rattled and he feels he can't fly combat any longer. Stinger is forced to change his intended disciplinary action against Maverick, for he must send a Tomcat tandem for additional combat training at the Navy's Fighter Weapons School in Miramar, near San Diego, California, and the captain is plainly disgusted that Maverick is the only qualified candidate for the assignment. Maverick, however, is quietly overjoyed as he regards the assignment as an opportunity for advancement. And upon arrival begins a rivalry with a fellow Tomcat pilot, Lieutenant Tom Kazansky aka Iceman, and his RIO, Ron Kerner aka Slider. At a bar the night after their first day at the school, Maverick notices Charlotte Blackwood, a pretty young blonde in jeans, and hits on her by following her into the ladies' room and serenading her. It seems not to work until the next day she appears at the school, revealing herself to be Charlie, a previously unseen DoD flight instructor that Maverick had assumed to be male. Though technically a civilian, she has mastered the flight simulator where she has beaten several actual pilots. She begins to become smitten with Maverick before the official competition begins. In his first exercise, Maverick takes on the school's resident, enemy, pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Heatherly aka Jester, and succeeds in outmaneuvering him and shooting him down, but in so doing he flies below a set minimum engagement altitude, a hard deck, and then compounds this faux pas by buzzing, or overflying, a flight tower at absurdly low altitude just to show off. Both Maverick and Goose listen while Jester and their commanding officer, Commander Michael Metcalf aka Viper, are chewed out by the tower's commanding officer. Iceman also chews out Maverick for his unsafe attitude, but Maverick refuses to have any of it, even after Jester summons him to his office and threatens to expel him should he continue this way. Metcalf, however, knows Maverick because Maverick's father flew with him in Vietnam off the USS Oriskany, CVA-34, and was shot down when he engaged the enemy in neutral airspace. The contest between Maverick and Iceman continues. In a later exercise, Viper and Jester team up against Maverick and fellow F-14 pilot Hollywood. Maverick breaks a cardinal rule by abandoning his wingman to go after Viper, and in so doing Hollywood is shot down, and then the same fate befalls Maverick. But the worst is yet to come, for Maverick is teamed with Iceman, and Maverick, determined to win the school contest, angrily chews out Iceman for taking too long to attack an enemy craft. Maverick takes the shot, but when the two aircraft get close, the backwash from Iceman's thrusters cripple Maverick's engines and the F-14 plunges toward the sea. Goose barely succeeds in yanking open the emergency ejection handles, but when the fighter's canopy pops open, the two pilots eject and Goose crashes into the canopy, killing him. Maverick is devastated by Goose's death, and though an inquiry clears him of wrongdoing, his confidence is destroyed. He nonetheless graduates from the class and is reassigned to the Enterprise, where an incident with enemy MiGs leads to a fateful battle involving Iceman as well as Maverick. Iceman and Hollywood are launched to intercept a pair of MiGs but are jumped by 4 additional enemy fighters.
Not yet, I would. You got it? Shit! Get a radar lock on us! Control it! I'm hit! We're down!
Hollywood is shot down and Iceman hopelessly surrounded when Maverick is launched, now with Merlin as his Rio. Though delayed by malfunctioning catapults on the flight deck, Maverick still arrives at the scene of battle but is surrounded by enemy, and when he flies into one ship's jetwash his own fighter briefly stalls out, and though he regains control he flashes back to Goose's death and breaks off, leaving Iceman, who has long doubted Maverick's courage after Goose's death, trapped as Merlin desperately and furiously yells at Maverick to get back into battle. Maverick pulls himself together and returns to assist Iceman, and they destroy 4 MiGs, prompting the remaining squadron to retreat.
I got tone. I got tone. Fire it. Close your 800 miles. Bingo! Flush that sucker, yeah! Big pass between us. Now! I got it. 4. Good luck.
As a result, Maverick and Iceman finally become friends. As a reward for his heroism, Maverick is offered any assignment he chooses. He chooses to be an instructor at Top Gun. He tosses Goose's dog tags into the ocean, signifying he has come to terms with his friend's death. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to get more video like this, turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.